Debbie Romero is your host today on Transcend with Debbie and can be found on all platforms. She's a renowned international evidential psychic medium, Reiki master, Munike certified, and empowerment teacher who is holding space to bring awareness with other like-minded souls as we raise the vibration collectively for humanity with awareness, inspiration, love, compassion, and healing. Now your host, Debbie Romero.
Hey, happy Wednesday. It is about that time. My girl Daniela Florio is in the house where School of Conscious Evolution and I unite together in honor of spirit and community. Like, this is so cool. Thank you, Daniela, for being here.
And thank you. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to you, Debbie. And thank you so much for inviting me again. We have done other lives in the past, but, you know, as we were talking, we decided to do something a bit more special tonight. And I'm so excited to be here.
Oh my gosh, me too. Like, you and I have been friends for quite some time now, and we have really been able to connect in such a beautiful way. I know you specialize in crystals, and you know you're all about that high heart and connecting to the higher consciousness and that evolution of just evolving. And it's a beautiful modality that you hold space for. It really is.
Yeah. And you see, when you work with energy, you can do anything you want. You can work with energy in so many different ways. And later on, we will talk more about that.
We will. Today is going to be a day where we're going to talk about energy, magic, a little protection, and also go into some really nice, loving, healing messages. So I'm like, my body's already feeling it. Like the energy is just revving up. And how about you guys that are in the audience? When we're coming together, does it make the energy like rise? Like, oh, I feel this. This feels so cool, right? Like, do you get like that, Daniela?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can see the excitement. And as soon as we went live, we have all of these messages from people joining us. And I can tell from the energy, just as you say, that a lot of people are excited. There is, you know, a lot to look forward to tonight.
Most definitely. And with that being said, Daniela, please let the world know a little bit about yourself.
Well, so my name, you will find me on Facebook as Daniela R. Florio. I am a spiritual teacher, an evidential medium, a crystal therapist, and a Reiki healer. Although Reiki and I mean healing for me comes in different formats, so it's not just Reiki that I do, but this is in a nutshell, and it sounds quite a lot, but this is what it is, what I am about. And, you know, my awakening came just under lockdown. There was such an awful amount of work that I have done on myself, and in particular, developing with spirit. What better opportunity? I remember I had a lot of fun. As you know, I had to make do with what we had under lockdown. We were locked away for many months. And as I was doing white magic courses, were based on a healing and protection through angels. That's what white magic is about, but it's energy that comes together from a different, again, perspective. This is what I was mentioning about earlier on. There was a workshop on Halloween at midnight.
Ooh.
And so the teacher had asked us to actually dress all up, and I dressed up my Bichon Frise as well, and she took part. She took part to the event, just dressed up with a black veil in front and red roses on the top of her head. And, you know, and I made healing and learning fun.
Right.
Because, you see, I think sometimes, and, you know, I don't want to take away from mediumship and to bring upliftment and, and much love. But it is about lifting up our vibrations. And
Okay.
how do we do it? Love is happiness. Love is joy. Love is positivity. So during lockdown, I wanted to make sure that my energies were as balanced, above all, grounded, very important, but also, uplifted. And I only could do it with, in my day job, I'm actually foreign languages teacher. So I was working very hard during the day, online all day, but came the evening, then I wanted to make the most out of what I had by connecting to like-minded spirits and the people online by doing all of these workshops. And that's where a lot of the knowledge that I have today, I can blend together and pick and choose, what I want, from manifestation to sending healing. A lot of people send healing, remotely, but a lot of people don't really know how to do that.
Right.
A lot of people do a lot of energy work. They don't do any protection. Protection is very important.
Mm-hmm.
You work with energy, and a lot of people, again, don't know how to do it.
How would you have someone protect their energy when you first start your energy? Suggest to our listeners, based on how you work and how you were shown your protection magic, what would you suggest or recommend?
Well, so energy doesn't have direction, okay? And in that sense, we can use tools. We can use the power of the intention. We can do invocation. We can do a number of things that can help us with that. Obviously, there is also a meditation and the invocation of the elementals, for instance, which are the strongest thing next to the light when it comes to the force of nature that surrounds us with the fire, the wind, the water, everything that surround us.
Right.
And then we can create those barriers,
Right.
and create all of those forces of nature that nothing can get through it, because
Amen to that.
we have no idea, but nature can destroy everything. We've been seeing hurricane and floods, and it just sweeps away everything. So that's just attract that sort of energy to actually protect us.
Right. It's really interesting. So for those that are listening, I am Munaki certified. And one of the things that we have rights to is the band of powers. And so if we're looking at the elements of the energy of the earth, you're rising the earth energy up. And for those that want to kind of get an idea, when I do my meditation or I'm teaching others, I actually have them visualize the earth energy rising through the legs, wrapping around the root, or just wrapping around you like a hula hoop of energy. And then you're going into the elements of the sun, which is the fire, the water, and the air to the throat. And then, of course, the angels. So it's like you're going into the angelic realm. You have all the different energies of spirit world, right? So visualizing this going around you, that would be like an energetic body of protection. I love that you say that. It is a beautiful process. You can all do it. You can call your guardians in from the north, the south, the east, and the west. Earlier on, I had a Kundalini teacher who would do like her moves and her exercises, and she'd be like, putting on your spaceship outfit, Debbie, and you're putting that big old mask on and the gloves, and when if you start to make an intent to be like really protected, then this is where you have to say, please let the energy see me, because sometimes you can be so protected that people won't even see you. So
I'm gonna tell you something now. We cannot show everything because maybe this could, be a scope for a workshop actually. But there are ways where we can make our energy invisible. When we go to crowded cities And we don't want to absorb other people's energy, because the cities are full of, energies, and full of people in a rush, people stressed. And we come back home. We do agree, a lot of us, with my friends, every time we go to London, we just come back with a bit of a headache, because it's just so overwhelming. But then, since I did that course and I create this layer of protection whereby I make myself invisible, then I feel so protected while I walk through the city. And is one of the beautiful things that you can use, while you're out and about, and use these white magic tricks for the highest good and the good of all. Because magic doesn't have to be seen as the dark thing. That is something completely different. When we talk about white magic, we are using crystals and angels and elementals, and we can unicorns, and we can mix and match all of these
dragons. Yes.
Because we can use all of these energies that bring so many different layers of protection and healing and love.
I think too, people also need to know that we are born naturally with the protection barrier of our aura. Our aura is built up of 7 different layers. And as we feel into it, there's an emotional part that we can feel into, the mental, the energy, of the physical energy. So there's a lot of protection around us. But when it weakens, based on illness or stress or the environment, then of course things are going to be able to seep in. So it's important to feel the aura. It's important to visualize that the aura, whether until you heal with whatever you're working through, because the aura will heal naturally, very, very gently with colors. So if you start to work with colors and just restoring the colors within thyself, that is a natural protection that we're born with.
I will tell you more, because we are talking.
Hey, girl. Girl.
We are talking about, rightly enough, about chakras, but because we are in ascension, there has been for a little while now, and as people and humankind is waking up, there have been, and there is the need for activation of 2 more chakras. The one is the Earth Star Chakra, which is the tunnel through which we ground properly. Okay.
Thank you, Daniela.
And the top chakra is the solar chakra. And through that, that's the key. It's like our gatekeeper for the very high vibrations that we are receiving, and they are being channeled through the back of our head, basically. And there is a little story about this, because you see, this story about higher chakra were allegedly known already at the time of the Egyptians. And if you notice, when they were wrapping their head and they would have an elongated head, it was particularly for the emperors and the pharaohs and all of high level people in command, they would make their head grow elongated since childhood, because this was the seat where the light comes in.
Right. I've seen that before.
Yes.
Wow.
So this is what it is about. This is the reopening of this solar chakra, through which, things need to start proper opening up. So the 7 chakras, they belong to the old vibrational, to the so-called 3D generation time. Now we are traveling towards 4D. Is it okay I explain the difference? Because some people...
Yeah, you can explain it. Yeah, and then you're going to do an activation for us. So yeah, go ahead. And then we're going to get a little magic given, and Daniela's going to hold space and activate us. And then we're going to go into some readings. So don't go nowhere, y'all. Be open. Let's go, Daniela. Go ahead, girl.
Thank you, thank you. So now this activation, we need to downloading first of all the starlight. So what is the purpose of this? There are two meditations, and one is the downloading and the other one is the activation. It's to do with healing ourselves from the ascension illnesses and symptoms.
Yes.
And a lot of people do tend these days to feel more to feel ill, to feel sick, to have headaches. Sometimes there is no reason for that to be, and we go around talking about what it could be. So that could be simply like a lot of people, for instance, talk about loud buzz in their ears, and that can disturb them, sleepless nights. So maybe with this starlight apothecary, okay, aposis from health in Greek, we're going to activate that. So if I take a moment, and if you want all to make yourself comfortable, it won't take too long to do the downloading of the starlight. Take a few moments to get comfortable and relax, paying particular attention to your shoulders and neck. Let the chair take the full weight, release any tension in your hands and feet, and take a few deep breaths and listen to the sound of my voice. I want you to imagine high above your head, a source of light so dazzling that it hurts your eyes to gaze up at it. From this source, a slow-moving stream of brilliant silvery light, like glitter and sequins, moving slowly through an invisible, thick liquid falls towards you. Slowly, slowly, the drizzling, dazzling, shimmering, glittering light reaches you, cascading about you and within you. Slowly, slowly, coating both the inside and outside of your body in a silvered mirror, like gliding and filling your body with this shimmering, powerful energy. Open yourself up to it. Welcome it. Let it in. Let it in. Let it in. Lumen astralis, lumen astralis, lumen astralis. Slowly and gently, bring your awareness away from the light and back to the sound of my voice. Breathe in and out, in and out, and down into your feet, down into the earth. Release the image of the brilliant light and the glittering waterfall, allowing them to fade into the blurring distance of your awareness as you bring your consciousness back, back, back to this here and this now, to the sound of my voice and the sounds around you in your room, and in your own time, wiggling your toes and fingers, breathing in and out and down. Open your eyes and return.
That was beautiful. Thank you, my friend. How did you guys all feel into that? That was awesome.
Yes, it would be lovely to hear some feedback.
Yeah.
And so, we need to, you see, in this case, whenever we need any healing and guidance and protection as well, although classically we would have Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael is the healer of God. And so we can also help help with the healing with
Right.
Archangel Raphael. However, in white magic, one of the strongest things that one can do is actually invoke the power of our Archangel Michael and his sword. And there are different things that can be done. I mean, Archangel Michael is used extensively to cut cords, for instance, when we feel, when I have people coming to visit me for healing, and when I do the assessment of their aura, I can see that there may be attachments or leaks of the aura, and so I need to go into the repairing of that, and so, with the help of Archangel Michael, then we can ensure that with his sword, we will be protected.
Right.
And also, just like we use the north, the south, the east, and the west, the four elementals, and we also can use the four archangels, for instance, and all of them crisscross together. So, there isn't a one right way of doing it.
Right.
So, yeah, Stacia
And
said,
go ahead.
sorry, go on, sorry.
I love how you're giving the explanation to use the frequency and the vibration first of the energies, whether you're connecting through the elements, the energies of the angels, and then the energies of connecting to the higher realms of frequency and bringing it within. And this is what's important, is that the imagination of what your spirit feels guided to, or what you're creating, is really what you believe in is going to stick. The invocation of what your intent is.
Because we are vibration, and we will attract and work best with vibration that resonate with us.
Right. And so if you look at my cup, and so what comes to me, if for those who have I love it, those that have ever seen the movie, this is like one of my favorite movies. It's called Practical Magic. And oh my gosh, the gentleman was going in, and he was investigating like some supernatural type of event, and he was a sheriff, and he traveled out of love, right? He traveled because he connected to this woman that he was gravitated to, energetically connected to, right? And then when the spirit comes at them, his star protected the energy, and it never touched him because it protected him, because that was his belief. That star was his protection, and that was what he held, his respect and all his energy, the belief of being a service and protected and arms, of service. That was his symbol. And so anything can work. Daniela, you are just an amazing gift today for us in community. Please give some hellos. Like I want, and red strings, wearing red, the symbolic symbol of the eye, the mala ojo. I used to have my blankets when I meditate before I go in. But really, the love of spirit, to me, I'm very protected in the energy, in the frequency, because I'm a believer that the energy is so much vibrating of love that I'm in it, that I'm just really protected by all of that, because I'm in it all the time of the goodness, right? But don't get it wrong. There are some things that I'm just like, what was that?
Oh, no, absolutely. We will never finish learning. And this is why I love, what I do, what spirit wants me to do, what you do as well, by inviting, on my live show. I invite also spiritual people that can bring in all sorts of modalities for healing, for instance. But I just wanted to make a point. Protection is very important. Meditation is very important. But in order to feel balanced, because balance is all that matters. We are being pushed left and right these days with all sorts of issues, the news on the telly, the fear mongering, I just want to say, remember to cleanse your energy.
Ooh,
Remember,
yes.
remember to nurture yourselves. And hence, you empower yourself to, you enable yourself to raise your frequencies. Because it's not just the protection, it's not just one element. It's always the power of intention that you can do that. And, you can go on YouTube and you can listen to a meditation for clearing your chakras. There are so many tools available for free out there. Remember the cleansing, remember to nurture yourself. It's very important, particularly, and I don't want to take away anything from male energies, but we need so much of the female loving, unconditional love energy, which is so nurturing. And as women, we look after the families, we do adulting, we do work, we do children. And so we need to learn to dedicate some time to ourselves too. And this is how we can raise the frequencies and enable the opening of our upper chakras, which will be the intuitional self and our reconnecting and reawakening to spirit, which is all that is so important.
Right. As Anne says, sometimes when I close my eyes, I see the white light from afar in pink. Yeah, that's the energy that you're connecting to. Oftentimes spirit will also give you a way to one, cleanse the energy by just bringing in the colors, releasing. Find a technique that works for all of you. Dry bathing the energy off. I have camphor right now burning in my essential oils. It releases like the negative energy, cleanses the space, and so I have it going in my little set diffuser in here. So I got it flowing, y'all. We good right now. We're good. But you got it. And then you say protection. I got my St. Michael oil from the church. I put on my little belly button, like that's the entry point of our gut, our solar plex. Like you're getting all the tips of what Miss Debbie can do here for self, right? So like I remember like, spirit would put a little handkerchief over the third eye to protect the third eye when you're going. The solar plex, you can put like a Superwoman or Wonder Woman belt on, and it protects that gut energy of anything coming in and going out. So the imagination, use it, y'all. Use it. Showers are amazing. Walks, nature, all of that. That Earth Star chakra, the more we're in it, the more we're grounded, the more we're protected. And the more we just give an opportunity for self to heal, the more our aura vibrates, and the less the less can come in. So keep taking care of you. Keep giving yourself that love. Daniela, thank you for this amazing attunement. Let's say some hellos and do some readings, y'all. Thank you for holding space, everybody. This has been awesome. Thank you from across the pond and sharing your knowledge and love for protection, magic, and spirit. And this is the beauty of the magic within. Thank you, Daniela.
You're welcome.
Let's say some hellos. Can you see the comments of everyone that's here?
Yes, of course. So let's go. There are so many comments that.
Right.
So I can see, hi, Lindsay, Valerie, Krish. Hello, Krish from South Africa. And Stacia, she's probably nearer to you than to me.
She is.
Zoe, Erica, Melinda. Hello, Melinda Olan.
Hey, girl.
Yes, absolutely. Our wonderful, wonderful girl. Seashells, Lynn Anderson, Anne Swanteg. I did see a comment from some. I can see Phil Shaw and Olga. Hello, good evening. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you.
Yeah, Zoe. So I saw one of the comments earlier on talking about to say more about distant healing. Distant healing needs, you cannot just say, I don't know, you see someone asking for healing because a family member or someone is not well, sending you much love and healing. That will not go anywhere. Okay?
Go ahead, girl.
So you need to sit quietly for a minute and set the power of intention. And with the moment you're going quiet, imagine that you are descending inside of your heart space. And if it helps with your hands, you can hold the energy of the light and love into your hand. And then you can imagine that a bright white light, like a ball of light, is created in front of you. And in that ball of light, imagine all of the love and the healing. Again, it can be sound, it can be colors, and all of your unconditional love. And imagine the person, the animal, the situation healed, and look at it as if the images come like into a movie where you see the person being unwell and then it becomes well. And then you allow this ball of light within its time to lift up your hands, if you like, and just move up towards the person. Now, if you want to do it even better, you need to connect to the gatekeeper or the guardian angel of the person to ask permission to send that healing, so that the person will receive the healing when time is right. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's all good to feel so many people saying to you, I hope he or she or it, gets well. But, in order to make distant healing powerful, it takes a little bit of effort, okay?
Right.
And
Right.
it's the intentional effort.
Right.
Christina Mare says, I do meditation exactly like that.
Right.
Yes, Krish, you manifest the healing first, indeed. Yes.
I think everyone is going to work differently. For those that are attuned to Reiki as well, and I work like you, so I love the colors and letting the colors go through the energy field, and focus on one topic at a time. So if it's something physical, if the person is saying to you, I'm going through something really physical, I can't move my body, I'm in discomfort, then right there you're going to go to the physical body. If it's something with emotions and they're very emotional, then you're going to work within the emotions of the body. So try to go into one area of what's specific that they're speaking of. For Reiki, there is a symbolic symbol that we are attuned to, which gives us the permission to go from past, present, future, and to link into the energy. So there is a symbol that we use that connects and bridges us to the other client that allows us to say, hey, I have permission with your team and my teams, and we're going to hook it up and let spirit bring in the energy. When we're doing trance, you're letting spirit do the work. And so you're actually bringing in the spirit world to come closer. You don't even have to be present with the thought and just letting the energy go where it needs to go. And there's so many ways of the intelligence of how energy can move through someone's body, and how we may think that it's something physical that can actually be affected because of an emotion. So never limit yourself on how they come in. So for me, over time, I've learned just to say, spirit, come in and go where you need to go. Because our thinking may be one way, but really what we need is something totally different. So the less we put it in a box, the more can come in. So just welcome and sit with the healer guide, the healing energy, and just let it go. I mean, this conversation clearly can just really expand, and we can dive into it in so many layers and break it down. But let me tell you, girl, that was my journey, and it's still my journey, and I embrace every second of that energy. Like I be gobbling it all up. Like, yes, come on in, spirit, let's go.
Like the same.
Yeah, filling up our cup is important. Sitting in the power, allowing spirit to come in. That is, people always say, I don't know about you, Daniela, but people always be saying, girl, aren't you tired? Aren't you tired from working? I'll be like, no, girl, I got coffee. I'm good to go. Because spirit, if you're working from spirit, you will never be tired, because it's not you. It's not us. It's the energy and the connection to spirit world that is working. We're holding the link And when you're doing psychic, intuitive, that is you.
Yes.
See the difference? See the energy difference? So if you're channeling and you're giving all this info and you're like, boy, I was tired. I'm sure you is. Go sit in that power and restore, baby.
I do get a lot as well, like from clients and, people that they come for healing, oh, you must be so tired. I said, like, no, because it's not my energy, that I'm just
right.
And actually, if nothing else, sometimes I feel re-energized myself because the same exact energy has to come through me first. So
exactly.
Yeah.
It's just like we're just flowing. Let's do some readings, Daniela. Let's hook it up. Come on, girl, because we're going to be sitting here teaching and going on. And I know you guys are all loving this. So hit the replay button if you missed it. And Alan, Childs, thank you for being here. Gemma, thank you for being here. My energy feels stuck. I would love a message, please. Gemma May, I have a gentleman that steps forward, feels like very much like a father. Daniela, please jump in at any time, okay? And Daniela May, I'm working with you. There is a lot of healing around the heart, so I know there's some grief that has you've been working through. If Gemma, if this would make sense, I do get the sense walking is going to be very like it'll be helpful getting the body to move again. So I do feel physical movement is going to be important. I feel like there's this like the world is on my shoulders is the feeling that I get as this gentleman comes closer to my awareness. I know that there's something about the eyes, whether the color to the eyes or something here that they're bringing to my awareness. Gemma May is who I'm working with. A yes and a no and I don't know would be awesome, so that I know that I'm connected to you, my love. When I come to you, I do get the sense that either there was some type of, like when you, there's something with the veins, they're taking me into the veins, it's almost like this medical procedures, like I'm getting the IVs or like carpal tunnel. Like if you had surgery and they've had some carpal tunnel, like some surgical procedure. So I feel like, and I'm not diagnosing, spirit is just acknowledging the energy, but I definitely get the sense that they are acknowledging the issues around the right hand with you as well. And so just energy is coming in such a beautiful way. I don't see you still in here. So God, I hope I didn't lose you, my friend. But as this gentleman comes closer, it's like, speak, use your words. They're taking me to your throat. Oh, I'm not sure. Okay, so then this is not for you because I have to get the whole validation. So let's open it up and more to the gentleman in spirit so that we can see who could understand it. I love when this happens. Don't you?
Yeah. Okay.
So I was waiting for the yeses and the nos and I wasn't feeling it with her. So I was like, could you tell?
Yeah, exactly. No, not the veins. I think, maybe we because I was getting also a female presence.
Right.
This gentleman who is rather a grandmother.
Okay.
But then again, I felt that was a bit disjointed, so I wasn't quite sure where we were going with that. So probably that
you could feel what I was feeling. It was like, wait a minute.
No, I felt it was disjointed, and I couldn't. I was trying to make sense of that. Bernadette Connolly, is there something that Debbie said so far that could be for you? Because I feel that she was. There you go. She can take all of this.
Okay, so let's go back to the spirit world, though. Let's see the gentleman and see what more he'd like to share, because obviously he is the communicator, but he was acknowledging this woman having some like really deep carpal tunnel surgery. I felt like I needed movement. I needed my body to move, and it was like one step at a time. So that was very significant also. And so with this gentleman, I feel as he came in, let's see, his eyes had like a color of blue. So there was a little bit of blue in his eyes because I felt like I was making eye contact with him. And at some point, it went in almost like a gray. So there was either a cover over the eye is the sense I get. I hear the name Bill. So I know that there's a connection to the name Bill or Billy. I know with this person also, I feel like there's some type of like, like I could fix a truck. I feel like, I would have helped out the community. I feel like I love casinos. I feel like like I clear my throat. Yes, she has carpal tunnel. So do you understand the way this gentleman is being described? And then the name Billy could also be connected to someone and I feel like either this is someone that is, yes, blue eyes. Okay, yes, I'm with you. Okay. So I love that. And I get the sense that, I'm so sorry, Gemma, because girl, I really wanted to acknowledge you, girl. Like I really did. But I had other plans, girl. But take a little bit of that because I do feel the walking's gonna be really good for you. The world's on your shoulders, Gemma. I did get that for you. So I'm just gonna wrap that up with a little bow. And mother is the one that Daniela has for you on that. So Daniela, maybe we can go back to her after we connect with Bernadette here, okay? Are you picking out? And yes, Bill, so she also understands the bill. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah,
And I feel like this gentleman, Bernadette, makes me feel like you are the apple of my life. So, girl, like I definitely know this person had a lot of love for you as well. So I know, like, if I'm singing, I want to give you some Frank Sinatra. Like, I have a nice little hat. I would have had a good coat. I was very suave, wore a nice tie. I feel he had a briefcase. I feel there's dogs in the house. I get the number 42 or the number 4. I also know November and September are very significant, whether this is birthdays or celebrations. He's the kind of guy that would open the door for a woman, right? Like, he's got class, he's got style. Definitely stepping in to help you to open the doors. So he's stepping forward because there's this feeling of you being restricted or blocked. And he's like, let me open this door. And I feel like he's just a gentleman. It's almost like spirit world. Come on, baby. Come on through. Let me help a girl out. So I'm going to let Daniela add to this because I see her ready. And I'm going to step back and I'm going to, God bless you.
Well, so am I still to continue with Bernadette, right?
Whatever you get, baby. I trust you to go wherever you like to go.
Okay, all right. So I just wanted to quickly say that grandmother is very close to you, and she used to like to wear dresses which were quite classic, nothing too. Okay, you're so ecstatic. So grandmother has come through to help you with that. And what I was trying to give you, she's saying that June is going to be very important for you because you will find the community that you need to start opening up. Okay, right. Thank you very much. You're going to start opening up and coming out of this stuck period. It's like as if you're coming at the end of a cycle where a lot of things have been happening to you, and then suddenly you got stuck. And now I hear the name Colette. And I also know that your name is related or is taken after someone else in your family. So it's just like either the ending is similar or the same name, Bernadette, because I hear Colette, but yes, my grandmother. Okay, right. And so, oh, I see. He passed in June last year. Okay. So in June this year, okay, you're going to start getting the healing and starting overcoming and opening up a spiritual journey for you, because I think this is what grandmother wants to let you know, okay, that she's around you. At the moment, you know, fiance is not around, but we do have these other family members that are. Your middle name is Colette. Oh, there you go. There you go. Excellent. So, you know, you need to allow those tears. And I feel like you washed yourself in tears, and until there is no more, and there will be a moment. You're named after your auntie. You see, yeah, exactly that. Perfect. So I feel that you cried and you washed yourself with tears, and then suddenly in June something is going to happen, and you're going to start overcoming that, and you will start flowing again in life and in other areas that at the moment they all come to a halt point. Yes, you are, darling, you are. It's not too long to go. You've been going on this for a bit too long, but it's coming to an end because you're due for new starts and new beginning, okay? I would like to leave it there for you now. And sending you much love. You've grandma is saying she's very proud of you, and she's showing me a little vase, actually, a blue vase with some little, like a Greek almost vase with white white figurine on it. And I don't know whether this was with one of your relatives or your grandma, but she wants to say, put all of your grief in that and just leave it there, you know, so that you can move on. So she's offering you the opportunity to release that pain to her, if you like, because the object was hers. And that makes me so happy. Well, I'm only, you know, we are here to try and bring forward messages from spirit, evidential messages, so that we can bring exactly that upliftment and joy. And thank you for being here with us tonight.
Yes, thank you everyone for holding space, and thank you. We know many of you are here for the same reason, is to receive a message from a loved one. So this is where I ask everyone to just pause and invite your loved ones to come closer. Visualize the energy as they sit next to you. Remember the memories of, you know, whether it's Christmas sitting by the tree or watching an old movie, or just feel into the way they smelled when they come next to you, or the sweet gesture of like giving you a flower, or what you would give to them, and just keep welcoming them closer and closer as your eyes become their eyes, as you see through their eyes, and the heartbeat through their heartbeat, and the feet that you walk together in unity of this oneness right now that we're in. And so there's many of you here. I was going to say Jennifer, but I know Jennifer's in here. McCormick, thank you so much for being here. Maida, my love, thank you for being here. I'm going to let Daniela go back because I could tell she's ready to open up again. So Daniela, do you feel guided to go into another direction here?
Yes, I did pick up someone's name, but then the moment you read them, they've already gone. So I need to go back. Yeah. Very, very fast. I think it might have been Jennifer McCormick, actually.
She's here. She's always fabulous and holding space. I know she's here. My girl, Jennifer McCormick, girl. Where are you at, baby? Where are you at? Come on down. Come on down, beautiful. Spirit is calling.
Well, you see, I've not come across Jennifer before, so it's a pleasure and an honor to give you messages. Jennifer, I feel sadness, sadly, and I feel that this is the sadness you have been experiencing, particularly last year. I feel that there have been a number of issues. I know that issues would have been health within the family, so worries for, in particular with elderly in the family, not necessarily just mother and father, but probably auntie, grandmother, you know, elder people in the family. I feel there has been a worry for a child as well. And I feel that at the moment you have you lost your partner 18 months ago. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, there has been a lot going on. And what I wanted to say to you is that in the past, say 2-3 months, you felt a bit more steady, you felt a bit more balanced, and somehow there has been and you have 2 sons with disabilities. There you go. Yes. There you go. So I feel for you, Jennifer, that in the past couple of months, you have started almost like transforming within yourself and getting to the acceptance of what it is. It is what it is. And that doesn't mean that the difficulties will go away, but you will learn to overcome these challenges from a higher heart. Because I think you are developing strongly more compassion for the world and for other people. And Spirit wants to remind you that you need to give that same love and compassion to yourself as well, because I can see you spreading yourself. Good, very good. I can see yourself spreading thin sometimes, your energies, okay? Now, I feel there is a cousin in spirit, someone that passed before time. I feel it's a male, and I feel it will be in his 40. The number 46 comes to mind, and the month of November. It's a relevant month for an event or something that happened in specific. So let us know if you can take that. Yes, that's correct. Thank you. And so I just want to say, Spirit is saying, this gentleman is saying, your partner passed in November. So they must be your partner then. Okay. So let me give you the, he's a bit on the taller side. Okay. He's taller than you. He's got brown eyes and he's got brown hair, and he loved his jumpers. He loved wearing his jumpers, and he's saying, you can do this. And he was very, very supportive of you. And he was a very strong personality. And that's why, you feel you're missing your rock, because this is what you felt he was for you. Okay. And as I said at the beginning, he wasn't ready to go. He didn't want to go, but he eventually accepted that destiny. And he made a commitment that he would always be around you. Okay. Do you want to say anything else, Debbie?
Yeah, so there was different things that were coming to my awareness, Jennifer, and clearly I too was also drawn to you. And so there is this book that he kept flashing into my awareness, and it has an angel. It's like flying with the angels, connecting to the angels into the spirit realm. And so I know you've been studying, as Daniela says, and I feel like you have your glasses on, you're laying in bed, and you're sitting there with your legs crossed, the TV's there, and you have a dog right next to you, a little white doggy, I feel like is right next to you. And I feel like, this little pillow's right next to you with this doggy, but he's saying, you see to believe. You have the knowledge, the wisdom, you're learning, you studied, you're reading this book about spirit and the spirit world, but he wants you to believe in that. So I'm giving you the believe. We watch always, stay connected in death, and we're spiritually connected. Yes. And I feel that you have a necklace. He was acknowledging there was an essence of him on a necklace. And so as I hold on to that, I could feel the emotions that come with that as well. And so I know that he is very close to your heart. I just feel like keep going and to believe in the connection that you have with him in spirit world. And so your love is really felt. My heart goes to you, Daniela. Beautiful job in bringing the family forward. So much love to all of you. And we're going to go ahead and see where we can go next, if that's okay. We'll leave you with that. And thank you, everyone, for holding space.
Just wrote a book last week, A Bridge to Angels. I wear his wedding ring on my necklace. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. So he was acknowledging that, and like he's there with you when you're reading, like just to believe in that. Okay. Let's see where we can go next. Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Right. And also to Jennifer, I want to say thank you for always coming and supporting and holding space, because when we're coming together as a community, we're all receiving and we're all connecting and we're all getting that energy in the way that our spirit needs it. So yes, we're giving readings and we're talking and we're in the energy. And so Jennifer, I know your dedication in holding space and connecting is so beautiful, and it's unfolding in such a magical way that I can see on my side for you. So thank you for always being here. I just had to say that. All of you that support the channels and the networks, like right now, we're on Derek Akora's page, we're on Things Network, we're on Sacred Spiral, we're on WLTK-DB, and we're also on Transcend with Debbie, and today, the School Conscious of Evolution. And so this is how we're uniting together around the world to bring forward awareness, upliftment, and inspiration. So Krish, very much, Tracy, all of you, your names, the way they pop in, Angela, I recognize, and I just want to say I see you, and I want to say thank you. Maggie Martin, thank you. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go some readings. Let's go in.
Yes. I I can see, I saw a lady here, Myra Padilla.
I know that girl. Let's go. Let's go.
Myra Padilla, give us a wave and say hi. How are you?
Come on down, girlfriend. Come on, girl. Where did you go?
I picked up this lady because I feel high vibes. I feel positivity. I feel someone that comes across feeling very confident and someone that knows what she wants. Although sometimes, life can be a bit challenging, but certainly you're not one that takes a no for an answer. And I feel more than anything that you are looking to expand in your life at the moment. And surely also spiritual, you're open. I'm not sure whether you're practicing, but I feel that spiritually you are expanding. You are expanding and you are working on your manifestation. And I feel that you have a few different souls in spirit, and they all work with you. And you will have cried tears of sadness in the past, but you are one of those people that can transmute sadness in the most beautiful, loving, compassionate love for yourself and for the others. You are especially developed soul, and you will do beautiful things. And I want you to let you know that, because I feel attracted to you energetically, because I feel like, wow, this energy is amazing,
Got that hot energy going. That's what's up. You are not wrong, girl. You're not wrong. She's not here for her voice, so I'll be her voice. She is all of that and more.
Okay. Oh, excellent. Thank you for confirming.
Let me validate.
I feel that actually Myra will have possibly mother in spirit.
Yes,
And I feel mother sister. I feel there is a sister or a friend, and or a friend of mother that they used to know each other since childhood. So Myra, I feel that there are a lot of ladies in spirit that come around you almost as a divine feminine fellowship. And they want you to succeed. They want you to get everything you want, because you have been destined to that, because it's been coming down in generations. Okay, you're not the one-off kind of thing. You are the epitome. You are like the top, the shining star. And I'm getting November as a very important month for you. I have a name, Maria, that comes to mind. And so, keep going. And Debbie, if you add anything else.
I just see she's my friend, so I'm just gonna say, girl, you've been manifesting. You either lit a candle the other day and you wanted some change. So I thought, you tú ya sabes. I feel like you had a little card. Like I literally see you with your card and your doggy next to you. Big old dog comes in, like, what you doing, mom? Right? And so I feel like I want to give you the toad, like the little frog. And so the frog is very symbolic for you as well. They take me to the tree, so I know the tree is also very symbolic for you. I'm walking the dogs, like you have your routine, and you're like, I need to do something different. And as I scratch my head, I feel like you're scratching your head, like, what am I going to do? So you're kind of bored, girl. Like you got time on your hands, and it's like, where did this time come from? It's like you get all these downloads, like, am I going to go help the kids? Am I going to go to the park? Am I going to talk to these kids? And so I can see how spirit is using you in other ways. And so it's like, if you've been getting the nudge to go work with those that need more, whether this is a women's shelter or this is like something upliftment for humanity, of bringing up the vibration. I feel like you have this healing touch where you can really go in there for those who have really gone through some deep sufferings. And so those downloads, when they're coming in, those are no accidents. Those are little nudges and gifts from spirit world saying, Myra, you can do this. And so if that makes sense, I feel like 3 days ago is what spirit's taking me back to. You got a vision of like what you saw yourself actually doing. So don't take those visions lightly. And so that's what I'm getting for you, my friend. And so thank you for supporting and being on here with Daniela and I. And this is always fun. You already know how I feel about you, girl. You should be out there working in a public eye way. But I know how you roll, girl. So I let you be. So thank you. Oh, my God. Yes.
Very beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense. Okay.
Why don't we close with a collective message? I know that you can do many different things, Daniela. I'm going to pass the mic to you, and whatever your heart desires, if you want to channel, you want to go into a deeper blend, whatever you want to do, this is for you and community and spirit. And I just feel like you got a good message that we should.
I do have a message, you're right. And the spirit is knocking at the door. And they were talking to me about this crystal, which I've been holding throughout the whole evening. This is called Septarian crystal rock. And Septarian, it's all about unity and coming together. And so this is what spirit wants to say. The energy currently have been very difficult, and they will not be settling for a long time to go, as a lot of changes have to take place so that the new and better can be replaced, can replace what is currently happening. So it's important for humanity to gather together and to raise their voices and allow their heart to speak on their behalf. For too long, humanity has believed in powers higher than themselves, that they could be protective energies. However, they are coming to realize that it is not so and is not the point. We understand that what we are saying could be a bit unconventional, but we do not meant, we are not meaning to be controversial. What we want to say is that your strength and energy will come from you looking after yourselves, staying balanced, and keep helping others around you, your neighbors, your family, the people across the road, anybody that is in help. Please do stop and help them, because this unity is making the energy grow higher and higher. There will be a lot of issues going on in the world. We don't want to scare anyone, but we want just to say to you, stay strong and stay connected to spirit, and stay open-minded towards your own spirituality, because you are all here to come back home. You're here to reconnect to who you really are. It's very important that you are yourself, because when you are yourself, you'll be much healthier, much happier, and you will be able to manifest what you need. And this is all it is about with reconnecting to spirit. It is to do with the self-healing, manifesting, and growing exponentially in a positive way your human experience on earth. And we thank you very, very much for allowing us to come forward and to spread the knowledge and the understanding that you can do this, and there is nothing you cannot do if you trust and you believe. You own within yourself all the power that you need to make the changes in your life. Don't let ever anyone tell you any different.
Beautiful. Thank you, Spirit.
It was a bit choppy.
I know you did great. You did a beautiful job in bringing forward the channeled message. And so, Daniela, thank you for being a guest today and bringing the love, the energy, the knowledge, the wisdom, and inspiration. It's always fantastic working together, my dear friend. Until next time, everyone, we will see you all next week. My guest will be Telsa, and we're just going to do some readings and honor all the mommies out there, because here on our side of the pond, it will be Mother's Day. And so we want to honor the moms in spirit world. So please save the date. We'll see you guys all next week, 11 o'clock, 7 p.m. UK. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. Continue to walk with the angels. Much love. Take care.